I found someone living under my back porch. As a kid I lived with neglectful parents at best. At worst Dad would turn his screams and fists on me, but I learned quickly how to dodge the worst of it. Mom wasn't much help. She'd just smoke in the kitchen and bitch at him for staying out so late. At the time we lived basically in the middle of nowhere. Our nearest neighbors were a long walk away for a 6-year-old and we had trees between us. No one to run to for help. But I was pretty small for a kid my age. I learned I could fit pretty much anywhere. The closet. Dryer. I think even once I tucked myself under my futon in such a way I could still get some air but no one could see me. I was a master at hiding. But it wasn't for a good reason. One night I chose to do something different. I could hear it in Dad's yells. He was pissed and was about to get violent. Mom wasn't helping either, just piling fuel onto an inferno of a flame. So I knew I had to find a good hiding spot. I'd gotten the idea a few days before, when I realized the lattice covering the bottom half of the back porch had a hole in it. Not big enough to fit a full-grown man, most likely, but it could fit a skinny 6-year-old no problem. So wrapping myself up in my blanket and grabbing my hippo stuffy, I snuck out my window and ran into the backyard. In the middle of autumn. When it was 40 degrees out and the temperature was steadily dropping, I crawled under the porch, scraping my elbows and getting splinters in my palms, but I fit inside. It was actually quite spacious compared to most of my hiding spots. I couldn't sit up all the way, but I had plenty of room to spread out my limbs. Of course I was also getting covered in dirt. It had rained a few days ago, so the mud was still a little wet. I wrapped myself in my blankie the best I could and settled in for the night. But soon, even with my blankie and my hippo, my teeth were chattering so hard I could barely breathe. I didn't want to go back inside though, knowing if my dad caught me I'd be in for the whipping of my life. So I had to tough it out. Honey, are you cold? That voice was not the voice of my mother, scratchy from all